Alright guys, we have a new portal open up, and as you can see from the picture, there is somebody new who is also featured in this um, Underwild Summon portal. So let's go and have a look at what he does. So it is Phileas Fogg costume. So originally when the Underwild portal first opened up, I think Phileas Fogg was I would say semi-controversial character, because the special skill uh, the special skill was not called Valiant Lunge at that time. It was called the Gentleman's Trust in beta, and I think they realized that you can kind of interpret Gentleman's Trust to be something else entirely different. So I think they changed it to Valiant Lunge. And to me, at that time, I think Phileas Fogg was really one of those heroes that I really wanted, because first of all, negative 58% defense against nature was the highest elemental defense down at that time. And the fact that he dispels first means you can dispel any buffs you don't want to deal with, especially when you're going for a 1-2 punch, for example, with Phileas Fogg. And I think people were using like Kingston or Liana or Garjamal at that time. So I think it was really interesting to see that that they released that form of sniper. Him being a fighter as well, he was quite resilient, especially with this passive special skill damage reduction. It was harder, potentially harder to actually get rid of him. But him being a sniper, obviously there's some downside to it. People who know me know that I generally do not favor snipers in my attack teams, although with the change in the meta, things have been a little different. So I kind of like Phileas Fogg. I do have one still at plus 20, although I have not limit broken him yet, seeing that I only use him for Titan so far. But he has been valuable for rush wars when I have to deal with double limit broken Ludwigs. The ability for him to dispel before I use Franz and Amos is really, really strong. So right now with the costume, he is now a barbarian. Please remember that the costume bonus here is 5% mana bonus, so that's not so important on him, because none of these actually give him the 4% mana node, so he's still not able to fire at very fast speed. Although if he did, that would have been super awesome. He still gets the same passive, and this time it is Rage. So at the start of each battle, this hero gets plus 15% attack and a further 1% increase every turn to their hit during 6 turns. Obviously, following the same concept as the attack up. Aether Power. Now, Innovative Lunge. So him being some sort of like a steampunk inventor, he's now very innovative, it seems. Dispel buffs from the target, deals 410% damage to the target. The target gets negative 60% defense against nature for 4 turns. So that makes him higher than the original costume. The original costume is 58%. So reducing the snipe by 10%, but increasing the elemental defense down, which means I would think that it is still solid. The only big problem that I have with this, and as I mentioned in the previous video regarding this Underworld summons, there is nothing innovative about this. It's just tweaking some numbers and potentially releasing him as what the original site should have been. Like, I would rather have him be something like a hit tree, dispelling first, hitting tree. That would have been such an amazing hero to have. And that will give incentive for people to actually chase the costume, because right now 2% difference, unless you're at the position where you're in the game where you're able to min-max your Titan teams, 60% is not going to matter much compared to 58%. Like I could still use the normal Phileas Fogg, granted with the stat bonuses, maybe that's where and that's becoming a question of min-maxing as well, instead of being some sort of like creating a different avenue in which you can use this hero differently. So again, it's nothing too new, it's nothing too groundbreaking. It's just another way to kind of tweak the costumes to make it a little bit more relevant with the power creep that is coming up increasingly fast in the game. The only thing, and also, you know, it's the only new costume release right now. There's no other costumes, no other new costumes right now. The only ones that you're going to get so far are, as you can see from the featured there, it is Elizabeth costume, Professor Lidenbrock costume Dr. Moreau, and as well as costume Lepiota. So those are about the new costumes release. I think they are working on releasing some other new costumes. I think Garjamal is one of them. And that's about it, I think. So yeah, pretty bland. I as you can see, I'm not doing any pulls right now. I don't have any coins. I've not farmed them, and I don't plan to do any coin pulls. Although Professor Lidenbrock will definitely be a good one to have. But yeah, that's about it. It's pretty sad, I would say. I'm still pretty disappointed with the way they released these costumes. But you know what you can do. What can you do? It's this. From their business perspective, they think this is the right way, and we shall follow. So anyways, let me know what you think, and if you're lucky enough to pull Phileas Fogg costume, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. GG.